Welcome back to my channel, where cinema is not just about movies, but a thrilling emotional adventure. Today, we're diving into an amazing topic, the top 20 best thrilling crime films since 1990, arranged from newest to oldest. That's right, I've set aside classics like The Godfather and Scarface to shine the spotlight on modern films that are full of drama and have twists that will make you want to scream, "What just happened?" Before we get started, let's warm things up. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss the next video. Oh, and if you're snacking or sipping on coffee, get some tissues ready, because this list is going to keep you on the edge of your seat and excited. I've added 5 more films to ensure the list is a complete 20, and I'll share some behind-the-scenes stories so you can see why these films are so awesome. Are you ready? Buckle up and let's explore together.
Kicking off the list is Knives Out, a modern gem of the whodunit genre. This film is like a mystery party, where a wealthy family gathers to argue about the death of their rich patriarch. Daniel Craig plays a detective with a hilarious southern accent, guiding you through a series of intricate twists and turns. What I love: the all-star cast, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Ana de Armas. The twist at the end is just the kind of, wait, was I fooled from the beginning? After watching, you'll want to gather everyone for a game of Who's the Culprit right away.
Hey everyone, have you ever thought about how terrifying the job of a crime scene videographer can be? Nightcrawler will give you the answer. Jake Gyllenhaal transforms into Lou, a character who is both frightening and captivating, willing to do anything to get exclusive footage. From sneaking into crime scenes to, well, no spoilers here. This film is like a slap in the face to the media industry, making you question, are the news reports on TV really trustworthy? Fun fact, Jake lost over 13 kilograms for this role, and his gaze is truly haunting.
If you think marriage is a fairy tale, then Gone Girl will shatter your illusions in just 5 minutes. Rosamund Pike plays Amy, the perfect wife who suddenly goes missing, and Ben Affleck plays the husband whom the whole world suspects of being the murderer. Director David Fincher has turned this film into a psychological maze, with twists that make you want to rewind to see if you missed anything. Amy's cool girl scene? Iconic. For those who have seen it, comment on whose side you're on, Amy or Nick.
If you enjoy movies where every minute feels like a knife to the heart, then Prisoners is for you. Hugh Jackman plays a desperate father whose daughter has been kidnapped, while Jake Gyllenhaal is the detective trying to keep everything under control. This film is not only intense but also raises the question, how far would you go to protect your family? The interrogation scenes in the movie? Oh, I just wanted to scream, just tell him, you jerk. Fun fact, Hugh Jackman pushed himself to exhaustion for the role, and you can feel every drop of his sweat. Ryan Gosling in a bright yellow scorpion jacket and a cool gaze? Welcome to Drive. This film is a slow yet captivating neo-noir masterpiece about a mysterious driver working for criminals. The synth-pop music and sudden violent scenes will leave you both enchanted and unsettled. I bet after watching, you'll want to listen to the movie's soundtrack all day. Do you like Ryan's silent yet deadly style? Let me know in the comments. Based on the true story of the Zodiac killer, this film is a long but incredibly worthwhile journey. Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, and Robert Downey Jr. deliver a hauntingly captivating performance. What I love: it doesn't just tell a crime story, but also explores the obsession of those seeking the truth. The scene where they decode the Zodiac's letters? It's as tense as taking a college entrance exam. Fun fact, director David Fincher interviewed actual witnesses to ensure accuracy. After watching, you'll want to Google this case right away.
Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and Jack Nicholson in one film? What more do you need to watch it right now? The Departed is a high-stakes battle of wits between an undercover cop and a mole in the Boston Mafia. Each scene feels like a chess game, and you'll constantly be asking yourself, who is deceiving whom? The ending? I'll just say, prepare yourself. Fun fact, This film is a remake of the Hong Kong movie Infernal Affairs, but Scorsese added his own unique twist. Which version do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Welcome to Oldboy, the Korean film that made the whole world stand up and applaud. A man is imprisoned for 15 years and then released without knowing the reason. His journey of revenge is not only bloody but also filled with secrets that will leave you speechless. The hallway fight scene? Legendary. I warn you, don't eat anything while watching this movie, because the ending will shock you so much that you might drop your popcorn. If you've seen it, message me to chat about the ending.
Have you ever watched a movie and felt the need to take notes? Christopher Nolan's Memento is just like that. The main character suffers from short-term memory loss but still tries to find his wife's killer. The film's reverse storytelling will make you feel like you're solving an incredibly difficult puzzle. After watching it, I had to rewind 3 times to make sure I understood everything. Fun fact, Nolan wrote the screenplay based on an idea from his brother. Do you think the ending is real? Share your thoughts. What is the first rule of Fight Club? You do not talk about Fight Club. This film is not just a crime drama, but also a punch to consumer society. Brad Pitt and Edward Norton created a cultural phenomenon with unforgettable lines and a conclusion you will never forget. The fight scene in the basement? Top-notch. Fun fact, Brad Pitt had a dentist pull his tooth to look more authentic in the role of Tyler. Have you ever wanted to try starting a fight club? Just kidding, don't actually do it.
Who said crime movies have to be serious all the time? The Big Lebowski by the Coen brothers is a cocktail of humor, crime, and bowling. Jeff Bridges plays the dude, a laid-back guy who gets caught up in a messy kidnapping case. The line "the dude abides" has become legendary. I bet after watching it, you'll want to drink White Russians and listen to Bob Dylan all day. Which character do you like the most? The dude or Walter? Comment below.
Adapted from James Ellroy's novel, L.A. Confidential takes you back to 1950s Los Angeles, where cops and criminals are just two sides of the same coin. Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe, and Guy Pearce create a film that is both glamorous and dark. Russell Crowe's interrogation scene? A highlight. Fun fact, Kim Basinger won an Oscar for her supporting role in this film. If you enjoy noir films, this is a gem you can't miss.
Martin Scorsese captivates us again with Casino, the story of the rise and fall of a casino mogul in Las Vegas. Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci are as excellent as ever, their chemistry is like an explosive cocktail. But the standout is Sharon Stone, whose role as Ginger makes you feel both love and fear. Fun fact, Scorsese filmed over 70 scenes just to choose the perfect shot for Sharon Stone. Watching this film, you'll understand why gambling never has a happy ending.
Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in an iconic showdown, what could be better? Heat is the story of a professional thief and a determined detective set on capturing him. The cafe scene between the two? One of the greatest moments in film history. Fun fact, Pacino and De Niro practiced this scene weekly to ensure it felt as natural as possible. Who do you side with, the thief or the cop? Comment below.
David Fincher returns with Say 7N, a film that I bet you wouldn't dare to watch alone at midnight. Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman play two detectives hunting down a serial killer whose murders are based on the 7 deadly sins. The atmosphere is dark, the cases are horrifying, and the ending? I'll just say one word, shocking. Fun fact, Brad Pitt injured his own hand to make the final scene more realistic. For those who have seen it, would you dare to watch it again?
Who is Kaiser Soze? That's a question you'll be asking yourself throughout The Usual Suspects. This film is like a storytelling maze, where everything could be a lie. Kevin Spacey won an Oscar for his iconic performance, and the ending? One of the greatest twists in film history. Fun fact, the cast didn't know the real ending until the day they filmed the final scene. Can you guess who Kaiser Soze is? Give it a try in the comments.
Quentin Tarantino changed the game with Pulp Fiction. This film is like a crime smoothie, both violent and funny, as well as philosophical. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, and Uma Thurman deliver lines that you'll want to memorize. The dance scene in the restaurant? Iconic. Fun fact, Tarantino wrote the role of Vincent for John Travolta when he was out of style. Watch this movie, and you'll understand why Tarantino is a legend.
Quentin Tarantino's debut film proved that you don't need a big budget to create a masterpiece. Reservoir Dogs tells the story of a failed robbery and the criminals who suspect each other. No robbery scenes were filmed, but you'll still feel the tension as if you were at the scene. The stuck in the middle with you scene? Oh, spine-chilling. Fun fact, Tarantino played a small role in the film himself. Do you prefer Mr. Blonde or Mr. White?
Hannibal Lectar, just hearing the name gives you goosebumps. Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster created a psychological masterpiece about an FBI agent seeking help from a cannibal to catch a serial killer. This film is not only terrifying but also so profound that you'll think about it for weeks after watching. The scene where Hannibal escapes. Classic. Fun fact, Hopkins only appears for 16 minutes but still won an Oscar. Would you dare to have dinner with Hannibal?
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. This opening line from Goodfellas is enough to pull you into the world of the mafia. Martin Scorsese tells the true story of Henry Hill at a pace as fast as a rock song. Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci? The perfect trio. Joe Pesci's funny how scene? Legendary. Fun fact, Pesci came up with that scene based on a true story. If you only watch one film from the list, choose Goodfellas. Here are the top 20 thrilling crime movies released after 1990 that I want to share with you all. Each film is an emotional journey, from intense mind games to shocking endings. How many movies from this list have you seen? Which one is your favorite? And if you want me to make a video about a specific genre next, horror, action, or romance, please comment below to let me know. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned, and don't do anything illegal.